Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Civil Engineering General Knowledge. Guys, please subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell icon for the more updates. Thank you guys. In this session I'm going to discuss fundamental things about the foundation and the types of foundations, all about this comprehensive introduction to the foundation civil engineering. Guys, this topic is very important. Please watch this video till the end. You will get some knowledge. And guys, what is the foundation? First, we define the foundation. Foundation is a part of a structural system that supports and anchors the superstructure of a building and transmits its load directly to the earth. To prevent damage from the repeated freeze-thaw cycles, the bottom of the foundation must be below the frost line. This is the comprehensive definition of foundation. Coming to another terms, what is the main purpose of foundation? Why we provide the foundation for a building? Guys, the foundations provides support for the structure, transferring their load to the layers of the soil or rock that have sufficient bearing capacity and suitable settlement characteristics to support them. This is the purpose of the foundation, guys. Types of foundation and their uses. Following are the types of foundation and used in the construction. We have mainly two types of foundation. One is shallow foundation and another is deep foundation. What are the subcategories of shallow foundation? Individual footings or isolated footings, combined footing, strip footing, raft or mat foundation. These are the subcategories of shallow foundation. What are deep foundation? Deep foundation of two types. It's pile foundation and drill shaft or caissons foundation. Pile foundation or pier foundation is also called. Guys, types of shallow foundations: individual footing or isolated footings. Individual footings or an isolated footing is the most common type of the foundation used for the building construction. The foundation is constructed for a single column and it's called as a pad foundation. This foundation is constructed for a single column and it is called as a pad foundation. The shape of individual footing is a square or rectangle and it is used when loads from the structure is carried by the columns. Size is calculated based on the load on the column and the safe bearing capacity of soil. Guys, coming to another portion, rectangular isolated footing is selected when the foundation experiences moments due to the eccentricity of the load or due to horizontal forces. For example, consider a column with a vertical load of 200 kilonewton and a safe bearing capacity of 100 kilonewton per meter square. Then the area of footing required will be 200 divided by 100. It is 2 square meters. So for the square footings, the length and the width of the footings will be 1.414 meters into 1.414 meters. Guys, Guys, combined footings is constructed when two or more columns are close enough and their isolated footings overlap each other. This is a combination of isolated footings, but their structural design different. The shape of this footing is a rectangle and it is used when a load from the structure is carried by the columns. Spread footings or strip footings and wall footings. Spread footings are those whose base is wider than the typical load-bearing walls foundation. The wider base of the footing type spreads the weight from the building structure over more area and provides better stability. This is a spread foundation sample. Spread footing. This is a spread footing. A spread footing and wall footing are used for the individual column, walls and bridge piers where the load-bearing soil layers is within 3 meters (10 feet) from the ground surface. Soil-bearing capacity must be sufficient to support the weight of the structure over the base area of the structure. These should not be used on soil where there is any possibility of the ground flow water above bearing layer of the soil, which may result in a scour or liquefaction. Guys, this is important. Raft or mat foundation. Raft or mat foundations are types of foundation which are spread across the entire area of building to support heavy structural load from the column and walls. This is, guys, the mat foundation or raft foundation. Guys, the use of mat foundation is for column and walls foundation, where the loads from the structure on the column and walls are very high. This is used to prevent differential settlement or individual footing, thus designed as a single mat or combined footing, all the loads bearing element of the structure. It is suitable for the expensive soil, though whose bearing capacity is less for the suitability of the spread footings and walls footing. Raft foundation is economical when one half area of structure is covered with individual footings and wall footings are provided. These foundations should not be used when the groundwater table is above the bearing surface of soil. The use of foundation in such a condition may lead to a scour or liquefaction. Types of deep foundation. Pile foundation. Pile foundation is a type of deep foundation which is used to transfer heavy loads from structure to hard rock strata much deep below the ground level. Guys, this is load on pile, this is a column, this is ground surface, and this is the pile cap, this is the pile. Soft soil provides little or no support, right? This is the rock, this is end bearing. Pile foundation are used to transfer heavy loads of a structure through the columns to hard soil strata, which is much below the ground level, where shallow foundations such as spread footings and mat footings cannot be used. This is also used to prevent uplift or structure due to lateral loads such as earthquake and wind forces. Guys, pile foundation are generally used for a soil where the soil condition near the ground surface is not suitable for heavy loads. The depth of hard rock strata may be 5 meter to 50 meter, 15 feet to 150 feet deep from the ground surface. Pile foundation resists the loads from the structure by skin friction and by the end bearing. The use of pile foundation also prevents differential settlement of the foundation. Guys, drilled shaft or caisson foundation. Drilled foundation shaft are also called as the caisson. It is a type of deep foundation and has an action of similar to the pile foundation discussed above, but our high capacity cast in situ foundation. It resists load from the structure to the shaft resisting to resistance and or combination of both of these. The construction of the drilled shaft or caissons are done using a auger boring. Guys, you see this is the auger boring rotating for the excavation of the soil. Then the column is designed reinforcement and put it here, and then we cast in situ, we pour the concrete. This is the procedure for this. Drill shaft can transfer column load larger than the pile foundation. It is used where the depth of hard strata is below the ground level, is located within 10 meter to 100 meter, 20 feet to 300 feet. Guys, drilled shaft or caisson foundation is suitable when deep deposit of soft clay and loose water bearing granular soil exists. It is also not suitable for the soil where the caving formation are difficult to stabilize. Soil made of boulders, artesian aquifer exist. This is a summary of this topic. What are broad classification of foundation? Building foundation are broadly classified shallow and deep foundation. We discussed above. What are types of shallow foundation? Types of shallow foundation are individual footing, isolated footing, combined footing, strip footing, raft footing, or mat foundation. What are types of deep foundation? Guys, types of deep foundation: pile foundation, drilled shaft or caisson foundation. What are different between the pile foundation and drilled shaft? Drilled shaft has an action similar to the pile foundation, but are high capacity cast in situ foundation. It can transfer column load larger than pile foundation. It is used where depth of hard strata below the ground level is located within 10 meter to 100 meters. Guys, what are the difference between isolated footing and combined footing? Combined footings is constructed when two or more columns are close enough and their isolated footings overlap each other. It is a combination of isolated footing, but their structure design differs. When raft or mat foundation used, the use of raft mat foundation is for column and walls foundation where the loads from the structure on the columns and walls are very high. Rafts are used to prevent differential settlement of individual footing, thus designed as a combined footing for all isolated load element for the structure. Guys, this was a comprehensive introduction to the foundation and its type. Hope you learned something and this was useful. Please subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell icon for the more updates. Thank you guys. Have a nice time.